Hey guys, and welcome to another IL-2 mission. In this one, we're flying the Yak-1, and we're escorting some P-2s down there to the target area. So, oh, there they are dropping their bombs. And I think those two dots right there are enemy fighters. So, let's see if we can take them on. Man, beautiful sunset. I got the cockpit lights on. That reticule's glowing. Just an awesome, surreal experience almost. See my wingman there already trying to engage this guy. Alright. Yeah, get to BF 109. There he is. I'm going to try to get it as close as possible. I'll try to do a burst here. And I'll lose sight of him. There he is. Still tracking. Oh, what a great gun sight. Alright, let's see what you want to do, buddy. Pulling through him. Pulling. The Yak-1 has incredible performance. And you can see how it will separate, but then it closes the distance. And I've never really flown a World War II sim where that actually happens. Alright, getting back on track here. Trying to close the gap. Oh, he loves the split S, this guy. And down low is the Yak's territory for sure. There we go. Cut back into me. Nice. There we go. Very nice. Alright. Bringing it back over. And you can hear the bullets impacting. Alright, he's smoking. I don't know if he'll make it. Hear the wind sounds as we slow down. Come on, baby. Keep coming. Keep coming. Alright, we're slow here. Oh, look at that explosion. So there's slow damage on these. And he just jumped out. There's gradual damage in that. I think is that another enemy fighter? Throw icons on real quick. Nope, that's a friendly. And usually during the daytime, since everything's whited out, I mean, it's really hard to tell where you're going navigation-wise and things like that. Oh, there he is in the parachute. That's so cool. So it really helps to have the icons on because everything really is whited out. And of course, I always go back to the World War II pilots who knew their terrain, they knew where they were flying, and they studied maps, so they were very familiar with the area, and they could navigate. Now, pilots did get lost on long distances and things like that, I'm sure. These are my Yaks here. But pilots did have intimate knowledge of the terrain they were flying in. And so that's why the navigation icons, at least, I don't consider a cheat. Alright, so the exit point is up here. Let's see. Yep, the exit point is right down here, so we'll just keep flying towards it. I don't know what happened to that other BF 109. And you can see these beautiful clouds just below me. This sim looks awesome. I think the lowest FPS I've gotten is about 54, and that was really in the takeoff portion where there's a lot of aircraft, the bombs are flying overhead. And here's that unlucky Jerry pilot falling down to earth. I really love the 3D modeling of these, and he looks He looks pretty pissed off right now. But the 3D modeling is beautiful for the pilots. Everything in this sim is done absolutely amazing. It really is like IL-2 1946 on steroids. And if you guys remember, the original IL-2 started in Stalingrad. That's where everything kind of commenced with tank warfare and the IL-2. And then it kind of built from there. So I hope the sim is successful and they're able to build more theaters, more aircraft. I cannot imagine I can't imagine a carrier campaign and the fidelity of these aircraft and the models, the beautiful textures of how that would look like. It would be absolutely amazing. So as we fly back home, I'd like to share the story of somebody I'm emulating in this campaign. And it's a story of Lydia Litvyak. And she was a Russian fighter pilot. The story behind it is pretty interesting. I'll work while I'm here. She's a Russian fighter pilot. She's known to be the first fighter pilot and the highest scoring fighter ace, woman fighter ace, first fighter ace. So her story is interesting. She joined a all-female combat squadron, and I guess the Amelia Earhart version of the Russian version. I think her name was Maria, I want to say. She was very popular, and she actually knew Stalingrad. She approached Stalingrad when the war broke out, when the Germans invaded Russia, and said, hey, I'd like to form an all-female squadron, and he allowed her to do that. So Lydia really looked up to her, and when she was 14 years old, they had these flying clubs in the Soviet Union, so they could actually learn how to fly at a young age, all these teenagers, guys and girls. And when the war broke out, she actually joined the military, and she shot down 11 aircraft. It's disputed whether she shot down 12, 4 were shared, and there's different, 16 maybe. There's different statistics on how many were shared, how many kills she got, but she definitely had some solid kills that were confirmed. So the funny thing is that she's born to a Jewish-born family, and she's fighting the Nazis over Stalingrad. I mean, just a crazy scenario. And her aircraft, all of her downed aircraft, were in the Yak-1, which is this aircraft here. And after the war, well, her last flight, she actually was being chased by about 6, I think, BF-109s. She turned into a cloud. They followed her in, and she was never seen again. Let me check my landing clearance here. Alright, yeah, so there's home base. Right over there to the right. So we'll make a right turn. And on her last mission, she was never seen again. So in the 1970s, her sister actually founded a group which went out and looked for downed pilots during the Battle of Stalingrad, and they found something like 30 aircraft and returned like 30 pilots that had died, Russian pilots, to their families, which was awesome. And they finally found Lydia's body. They sent the body out for testing, and they did confirm that it was her. She was a female pilot that was found in the wreckage of a Yak-1, and they ended up they wanted to give her the hero of the Soviet Union War, which is basically comparable to our Medal of Honor, but they had a rule that they didn't give that unless you were dead. If you were missing, I think, or alive, you couldn't get that award. Go ahead and slow down here. I don't want to break the canopy off, so... Oh, that's beautiful. And at nighttime, because the sun is not beaming off the snow, you can actually see features a lot nicer. And in the daytime, it's very difficult. So I'm on downhill. I'll wait till 45, and I'm trying to slow down past 400 knots. So when they actually found the body, they were able to give her the Hero of Stalin, Hero of Russia award, which was certainly well deserved. Okay, I got my, actually, I'm not running a complicated engine right now because I'm actually running the sim in semi-expert mode. I just turn icons on and off as I need them, because it is very difficult to find targets during the daytime, especially. Right now it's nice because you can see things. And the airfield's lit up. This is my first time doing kind of a dawn landing. Okay, got aircraft across the field here. Some power. Oh, we got a crosswind too here. Okay. Deal with that. And I think the key to landing is really getting that nose up. Getting the nose up as much as possible. Oh. Man, I can't believe I pressed that pinky switch. Alright, heavy on the brakes here. They got these fires lit so we can actually see the enemy. I got another aircraft coming in. You can see the lighting effects. Is that an aircraft? Yeah, it absolutely is. Or I think that might be a it's a spotlight. That's right. That's kind of cool. I guess they use that to light the runways on both ends. So this sim is something unreal. Oh, you can see the ground textures there. The lighting. It's like A2A meets DCS World. Meets IL-2 1946 on steroids. And that's really what this is like. It's awesome. The ground handling, the shaking of the cockpit, the lighting, the sounds are certainly DCS quality. It's just an amazing sim. You can see the snow tracks there, and the reflections on the aircraft. It's just beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to turn off this landing light. You can see it illuminate the ground, and it's awesome. Retract the flaps. Get the navigation lights off. And I hit that pinky switch as we were flaring. So I've been practicing a lot of landings, and they're certainly not easy. The key, I always try to do 2-point landing, but I'm bouncing a lot, so I'm just going for the 3-point landings now, and really bringing that nose up, just holding that nose up as much as possible in the flare is really what will give you that 3-point touchdown. What just happened? Okay, that's weird. Was that progressive damage? I don't know. It's interesting because if I landed hard on that landing gear, it might take a while before it actually breaks. And I think there is progressive damage in this. As you could see in when I was hitting that BF 109, it's beautiful. The AI land very, very well, by the way. They do well on their landings. When I hit the BF 109, you saw the explosion at the end. Hope you guys enjoy these videos. I'm definitely going to be doing more of Lydia. She was known as the White Lily or the White Rose of the Soviet Union, and her story is awesome. You can check it out online. So that's who, just like I'm emulating other pilots in the Rise of Flight campaign, I'll be emulating kind of her. I think little is known about the specific missions, because she didn't fly. She died at 21 years old, similar to von Richthofen. I think he died at 22. So very young, but very experienced. She was known as a very aggressive person. And I think it's amazing because, female fighter pilot in Stalingrad, and she's, fighting dudes basically and winning. So that's pretty awesome. All right, hope you guys enjoyed that video. Like I said, this sim is unbelievable. It's a whole different level. If IL-2 1946 is like, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd rate it like an 8 or a 9. This is like a 20 or 50 even. It's so far ahead of what we saw back in 2001 and the progressions, even with all the mods. The performance, believe it or not, is actually better than IL-2 1946. The engine runs so smooth. I think it's the same engine that the Rise of Flight runs on. So it's smooth. And I also have upgraded hardware. I'm running the Intel 4690K, so that could be it. Your mileage may vary, but from my experience, even flying IL-2 with the new hardware, this Battle of Stalingrad and Rise of Flight, these are the two smoothest flight simulators. It runs faster than FSX, it runs faster than DCS, and the visuals are beautiful. So if you want a hardcore World War II flight sim that is stable and runs well and emulates flight like nothing else on the market, you should check this out. So I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.